let's make my mum's super easy one pot Sunday roast. First things first, the oven is preheated to 150 degrees Celsius and we have our bowler blade from Woolworths. Now the recipe does call for half a knob of fresh ginger and 6 cloves of fresh garlic, but I'm cheating a little bit because I've been traveling this week and I'm feeling lazy. So I'm just going to do 1 teaspoon of ginger paste, followed by 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. Actually just in Tassie this week visiting my parents, and that's what reminded me to do this recipe. It's just so warm and wholesome. Now we're going to go in with 2/3 of a cup of soy sauce. This adds the nice salty flavor to the meat. And then we have the magic ingredient, our Sailor Jerry's. A spiced rum really makes this meal. Obviously it adds a lot of depth to it. I actually use Sailor Jerry's for this roast and my Christmas ham. So we're also doing 2/3 a cup of the Sailor Jerry's. And our last ingredient is 2/3 a cup of water. This just adds a bit more stock to the dish. Now we're just going to add it to our stovetop on a high heat for about 5 minutes. This is to just sear the meat, start the boiling process before we transfer it to the oven. Just flipped the meat after 1.5 minutes and you can see just how perfectly braised it is already. It's super quick when you do it in a crock pot. Okay, our meat's been on the stovetop for about 5 minutes now, so we're going to transfer it to the oven at 150 degrees. So that's going to take about 3 hours to cook, but we're going to flip it at 1.5 hours, so halfway through. So it's been 3 hours now. The roast is done. I'm just going to let it set while I get things ready for the gravy. This gravy is a bit watered down typically than a normal gravy, and I always double the stock so that I have extra for when I make pie over the next coming days. So we have our pot that's got 2/3 a cup of the water, 2/3 a cup of the soy sauce, 2/3 a cup of our Sailor Jerry's, and as well as all of the meat fats, the garlic and the ginger. So I'm going to do a mixture and make a paste out of corn flour and water, and then add a little bit of the hot liquid into the corn flour mixture so that it doesn't get too gelatinous. I did 1 tablespoon of corn flour to 4 tablespoons of water, and it just makes this sort of watered down solution. And then we're going to add a spoonful of our hot gravy and just keep mixing it. It literally just stops it from becoming clumpy. Now we're just going to pop our corn flour mixture into our crock pot. Now I'm going to return our crock pot to the stovetop on a medium temperature just to heat through until it starts to thicken. And that is dinner sorted this Sunday. Mum's one pot roast, obviously the beautiful gravy, mashed potato and a broccoli and cauliflower bake.